So we finally get to revisit the bad guys.
Yes.
And so in this one, effectively, they ruin Christmas for the city. And that for them is a pretty bad thing, because for them, Christmas is the chance when they can basically do like one of the biggest heists in the city, because all the security guards basically go on Christmas break, and therefore they can basically pillage the whole place and take up a lot of loot. But unfortunately, they end up taking hold of a very much beloved Christmas balloon, and eventually ruin Christmas for everybody based upon a balloon. So unfortunately, everyone in this city apparently are very, very simple-minded, and just because they think a balloon has basically gone down, that's all of a sudden Christmas is gone awry. Gee, I wonder how they would have felt when the disaster of the Barney dinosaur. Remember that one when that
I remember
that float where completely disintegrated into nothing. I wonder how they felt after that. Really, is Thanksgiving now cancelled in this city as well because of that incident?
Yeah, and then there's also the incident in which when the first Sonic the Hedgehog balloon just literally popped and it injured a cop and a little kid.
Yeah, I think I can't imagine that thing. There's a lot of holidays now that have been cancelled in that city because of balloon related incidents. Yeah, so but now it's up to our heroes, or I guess our anti-heroes, I guess you could call them, to effectively save Christmas, because that's what basically all our main characters end up doing in these. And I just feel like it's fun to be with these guys, they are themselves in all of this. I like all of that, but at the same time, unfortunately, it is pretty generic effectively what they do. They're effectively saving Christmas, pretty much like everybody else does in Christmas specials.
Yeah, but they're saving Christmas because they want to be able to steal stuff. And I guess that is within their character, but again, they're doing a good so they can do a bad, which I guess it did fit within the movie that they were in. But again, it's like saving Christmas. We kind of already had that with the Madagascar characters.
We've had it with every Christmas special. Everybody kind of either pitches in to replace Santa Claus, deliver their Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
At some point, a name a character. Don't get me wrong, there are some Christmas specials that we have mentioned in the DreamMinis that don't do that, and so I think that's great on that. But let's be honest, something like the cheesiest thing you can do in a Christmas special is basically say, oh, Santa Claus has injured himself, or he's ill, or something has happened to him, or all of a sudden everyone's just stopped believing in Christmas, and therefore the X character is going to fill the role of either Grinch or Santa Claus or somebody else or something along those lines, and then Christmas is saved.
Yeah.
And so I get that the bad guys are doing this for different reasons, but again, just because you put a different reason behind it doesn't necessarily mean to take away from the cliche.
Sure, that's fair enough.
So
yeah, so we essentially have this plot where they're trying to replace the Santa. And we have them building a mecha Santa, which looks along the lines of that robotic Santa Claus from Futurama.
Yeah, and then the wolf decides oh, hey, why don't we just build another balloon, and then they'll be building this giant eyesore that basically scares everybody.
Seriously, that thing is frightening.
Well, you've not seen bootleg until you've seen bootleg Santa Claus.
Oh man!
Oh, yeah, that is a sight to behold, by the way.
It is.
I'm surprised that didn't become a meme after seeing that. Good.
Well, to be fair, this special only just came out less than 3 weeks ago, so it hasn't had time to be a meme yet.
Somewhere down the line, it may well be.
Anyway, it's you ever seen that meme about I made this really nice looking cake that looks like this, but then when I try to do it myself, it looks the complete opposite.
I want Santa Balloon. We have Santa Balloon at home. The Santa Balloon.
There you go. There we go. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. So plan B, they decide that they're going to create the essence and spirit of Christmas. So they have Christmas music playing, and then they have snow falling, and everybody gets into the mood. But then, of course, everything goes awry when Mr. Wolf decides to crank up the snow to 11, and then everything just becomes completely frozen over, and now everybody has to stay home for the holidays. And they're like, no, we need people to go to work. So then they decide, okay, now we need to be able to melt this, the little ice stand, the snow cone stand where they got the ice from, and they're not able to pull it off. And then, of course, they had to get Mecha Santa in order for them to do it. And then everybody starts celebrating Mecha Santa as their new mascot for the city.
Yeah, it just is okay, I'll accept it. But then, obviously, all of that effort's gone to waste because they're all sick and then have to basically stay at home.
Yep.
So, okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So yeah, but I mean, here's the thing about this. Like, it's not the worst Christmas special, but at the same time, it's not the best Christmas special. I mean, going for like all these Christmas specials for DreamMinis, I have to say, like, it gives you a lot of appreciation for the How to Train Your Dragon series, the Kung Fu Panda series, like the Shrek series as well. I think they've done in this series. I think they've done like probably the best Christmas specials. I think out of the lots of them.
Yeah, so I guess we would say that our top three would definitely be like Shrek the Halls, Kung Fu Panda Holiday, and How to Train Your Dragon Homecoming.
Yeah, I think the ones to avoid basically are like the Verse Trolls Christmas special and definitely the Boss Baby one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that. I mean, you know what? For 10 official DreamWorks Christmas specials, it's not a bad lot. I mean, sure, you have 2 stinkers, and then you have maybe 1 or 2 that are kind of like middle of the road, but hey, you have a handful of them that are actually pretty good.
Yeah, like, I mean, so I think DreamWorks, I think, in regards to like their collection of Christmas, and by the way, this isn't the end. There's going to be more Christmas specials somewhere down the line, no doubt about it. But, I mean, for the collection that they have, not a bad collection. I think, there are ones to avoid, but I mean, there are some great ones also to explore as well for everybody.
Absolutely, and they're all varied too. Like, for example, we have Shrek the Halls, which was definitely a nice traditional Christmas celebration involving with decorations, telling a Christmas story, having family involved. So that was also so that's one. And then we have the Kung Fu Panda Holiday one, which is basically about family and the importance of who to celebrate around the holidays. And then finally, How to Train Your Dragon Homecoming was essentially like trying to bring in the old traditions and reuniting with old friends. So again, all of these specials are able to do some really great, unique things around the Christmas holidays. And then, of course, you have the eyesore like the Trolls Holiday and the Boss Baby Christmas bonus, which are just absolutely horrendous. So yes, avoid at all costs. But you know what? I would say that for DreamWorks to pull together some Christmas specials that we genuinely enjoyed, I would say good on them.
Yeah. So that's our collection of DreamMinis, at least for this time, and yeah, we'll let you know when we finally get around to seeing, Trolls, the next Trolls movie, and also all the other DreamWorks movies that we need to catch up on.
Yeah. So until then, everyone, we hope that you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Bye bye for now.